The moment the lights dimmed, a shiver rippled through the conference hall. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. Not the kind of problem that could be solved with a PR spin or a quick statement. No, this was heavier, older, buried. Naomi stepped away from the podium as the man in the gray suit, Axiom's director of intelligence, walked beside her with tense, measured steps. "Dr. Eldridge," he said quietly, "we've found something." Her pace didn't break. "Tell me." "We ran a preliminary audit using your new access credentials. There's a restricted financial vault, something Phoenix Global kept off the books. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like the video and tell us where you are watching from." Her eyes sharpened. "What kind of vault?" He swallowed. "The kind that triggers federal involvement." The air thickened. "Show me," Naomi said. They exited through a side corridor and entered a secure briefing room behind the stage. The walls hummed with encrypted shielding, a tech Naomi herself helped design years ago. On a large monitor, a single folder blinked in red. Project Thorne. Restricted. Level Omega. Naomi frowned. Omega? Hollister didn't have Omega clearance. He didn't, the director said. But someone on his board did. And they used Phoenix Global's infrastructure to run it. The file opened. Naomi's breath stilled. Inside were schematics, bank transfers, and message threads. Dozens of them, all pointing to something dangerous, something illegal, and something personal. "Human-targeted AI," she whispered. "Predictive profiling? This is surveillance on private citizens." The director nodded gravely. Phoenix wasn't just building tech, Naomi. They were spying. She leaned closer. On the screen were names of activists, journalists, CEOs, people who had spoken out against corporate abuses, racial bias in hiring, unethical data collection. People Naomi had publicly defended. Her jaw tightened. They created algorithms to identify undesirable disruptors. She spoke the phrase slowly, with disgust. "And sell the data to private bidders?" "Yes." Her voice lowered to a razor's edge. "They weaponized information." The director nodded. "And they used your early predictive models to do it. Without your knowledge." A cold silence wrapped the room. This wasn't just corporate corruption. It was betrayal of her work, her ethics, her trust in the industry she helped build. She pulled in a slow breath, letting the fury settle into clarity. "Get me full access," she said. "Now." Down the hall, voices erupted. Shouts. Footsteps. Security commands. The director looked up. "What now?" A guard burst into the briefing room. "Dr. Eldridge, Grant Hollister is back inside the building." Naomi didn't react outwardly, but a quiet storm brewed behind her eyes. "Show me." They stepped back into the corridor. And there he was. Grant Hollister. Disheveled. Face flushed. Tie pulled halfway off. Flanked by two board members who were whispering urgently, trying to calm him. The moment he saw Naomi, he pointed dramatically. "You did this," he shouted. "You think you can walk in here and destroy everything? You think you're some silent genius? You have no idea what's at stake." Naomi's voice remained low. "Grant, you shouldn't be here." "Oh, save the calm act," he snapped, stepping closer. "You don't know what you've stepped into. You think taking over Phoenix Global is victory? This company was protecting the entire sector. If you shut down Project Thorne, you'll collapse." "I've read it," she cut in. He froze. Her voice dropped to a chilling whisper. "You spied on citizens. You built attack models against people you deemed inconvenient. It wasn't like that. You sold private data. We had to. You used my early algorithms." Grant exhaled shakily. He finally understood the depth of his mistake. "Naomi, listen. You don't know who's involved. This goes way beyond Phoenix. These people won't let you stop it. They don't have a choice," she said. He laughed bitterly. "You think power is silent? Not here. Not with them. They will bury you." Naomi stepped closer. "No, Grant. They'll bury you." His face fell. Naomi continued, her tone soft but lethal. "You're the front man. The loud voice. The one they can sacrifice." He blinked rapidly. "That's not they wouldn't." She didn't blink. "They already have." At that exact moment, Grant's phone vibrated. One message. One sentence. One final betrayal. He read it. His face went white. Naomi didn't need to see it to know what it said. They had cut him off. Disowned him. Sacrificed him to protect themselves. His voice cracked. "Naomi, please. You don't understand. If I go down alone, I'm dead. These aren't just companies. These are networks. They don't forgive disruption. Naomi turned to security. Escort Mr. Hollister to the federal transport outside. Grant grabbed her arm. Not aggressively, but desperately. Naomi, don't do this. You don't know what they're capable of. Her expression didn't change. I know exactly what they're capable of. That's why I'm not walking away. Hours later, back in the secure briefing room, Naomi reopened Project Thorne's files. Each one darker than the last. Each reveals layers of illegal surveillance, power abuse, and algorithmic targeting. She understood the truth. This wasn't one company's fault. It was an entire shadow ecosystem. A quiet war, waged in data, fought without bullets, and aimed at silencing those who dared to speak. Her director stepped forward. What do you want to do? Naomi stared at the files. If she exposed everything, industries could fall. Governments could panic. Countless people, innocent people, could be harmed. If she stayed silent, the system would continue preying on voices meant to be heard. She chose. Prepare a full federal handover, she said. Every file, every contractor, every partner. The director nodded. And Naomi, he added quietly, once this goes live, they'll come for you. She closed the last file gently. They can try. As Naomi stepped outside into the cool night, news outlets were already buzzing. Reporters gathered. Cameras flashed. Executives panicked. Stock tickers trembled. Grant Hollister was escorted into federal custody, shouting warnings the cameras couldn't understand. The public had no idea yet, but they would. Naomi paused at the entrance. A journalist rushed forward. Dr. Eldridge, is it true you've taken control of Phoenix Global? What's your next move? She looked out at the sea of flashing lights, microphones, and anxious faces. Her voice was calm, quiet, but unshakable, powerful. My next move, she said softly, is to end something that should never have started. The crowd erupted with questions. She raised her hand. Tonight, I learned something important, she continued. Power doesn't corrupt when held quietly. It only corrupts when it's held loudly, without accountability. She met every camera straight on. Real power is silent. But today, silence ends. Gasps rippled through the crowd as she walked toward her car, flanked by federal escorts. But just as she reached the vehicle, a black sedan, unmarked, tinted windows, pulled up across the street. It didn't belong there. It didn't wait. It didn't move. Someone inside was watching her. Naomi paused. Her security stepped forward instantly. Dr. Eldridge, is something wrong? She didn't answer. Her eyes narrowed. The sedan drove away. Slowly. Deliberately. The director approached. What is it? She looked at him. Someone else knows. Knows what? He asked. She turned her gaze toward the city skyline, glittering, indifferent, hiding secrets in every shadow. That Project Thorne was only the beginning. She got into the car. The door closed. The engine rumbled. And for the first time that day, Naomi wasn't calm. She was ready. Never confuse noise with strength. The loud try to intimidate. The silent reshape the world. And when the silent decide to roar, the world listens. Join us to share meaningful stories by hitting the like and subscribe button. We celebrate you.